You may now begin.
From this distant vantage point, the Earth might not seem of any particular interest. But for us, it's different. Consider again that dot. That's here. That's home. That's us. On it, everyone you love, everyone you know, everyone you ever heard of, every human being who ever was, lived out their lives. The advocate of our joy and suffering. Thousands of confident religions, ideologies, and economic doctrines. Every hunter and forager, every hero and coward, every creator and destroyer of civilization. Every king and peasant, every young couple in love, every mother and father, hopeful child, inventor and explorer, every teacher of morals, every corrupt politician, every superstar, every supreme leader, every saint and sinner in the history of our species lived there, on the mote of dust, suspended in a sunbeam.
Seen from afar, planet Earth can look precariously fragile. That's because it is precariously fragile. The bustle of activity that animates this planet is not a festive spectacle celebrating the carnival of life. Far from it. It's the frantic frenzy of someone having to live at the brink of chaos. The universe is indifferent, if not outright inimical to life, and yet life has found a way to persist and to thrive. Think of blossoming flowers, who in a colourful display of marketing skills can lure in hummingbirds and bumblebees alike. Or matriarch elephants, with a managerial bent of mind that can lead and guide an entire herd for month-long migrations. Examples like these wasn't too plenty to enumerate, but of all the examples that one can list of all life forms, nobody, but nobody, has the entrepreneurial prowess of fungi. Only a fungus could look at a wasting heap of rot and see opportunity, potential, life in death. And once you start to view life as a fungus, you yourself might start to wonder whether one man's disposable waste could be another man's livelihood. But we're getting too ahead of ourselves. If we're going to do this, we're going to do it properly. Let's begin at the very beginning.
It all started with us. I'm Yasmin, Rhoda, Hadi, and Tasneem, and the rest of the team. All gathered one day in one of our regular meeting rooms in Zewail City. A place where ideas are born, nurtured, and introduced to the world, hoping to change the life of the better. We spent hours scribbling down possible ideas that could diminish serious consequences of really, really relevant problems.
In Egypt, about 26.3% of the population lies beneath the poverty line, as stated by capitalists. Also, according to the Egyptian Food Observatory, a staggering 88.9% of the households, a lot of which are wives and widows, divorced wives and widows, find it difficult to meet their basic needs and try to grow while paying less and cheaper. Is this the lifestyle?
We definitely need women in power. Country development is not women in power. With the focus on identifying and increasing power in numbers, and women your economy to manage their whole life. You see, when women are empowered, whole families benefit, and these benefits often have a ripple effect on future generations. This reminds us of
vital for us to think green and clean in a country that experiences almost the sharpest rise of carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide in the atmosphere, reaching up to 224 million tons.
Well, one of the reasons that contributes to this huge amount of carbon dioxide that farmers burn rice straws, considered less and easier to develop as they are considered less porous. Well, its abundance in many Egyptian areas and the heart-aching amount of carbon dioxide and other hazardous gas emissions released from its burning process encouraged us to utilize them in growing mushrooms. Well, all these issues lining up together created this urge inside us to find a solution. That is when the idea finally came up. Better lives out of mushrooms.
B-L-O-O-M, bloom. We went to Barra, provided these women with the rice straws, taught them how to grow the mushroom, and instilled in them the necessary entrepreneurial skills needed to start their business and market their product effectively.
In cooperation with a charitable organization, we found an unused space in the building. Me and my team, agreed with the organization to use this space to plant mushrooms under a straw. The next step will be planting this mushroom in their homes and thus having a fair amount of income to feed their children.
Who would have thought that mushroom needed so much room?
Oh, I never knew you're such a fun guy. Anyways, in Egypt, in El-Arab, our average income is around 200 pounds per month. Ladies and gentlemen, do you think that such income can raise a healthy family? I think not. In addition, the CO2 emission makes a problem for each and everyone sitting in this room.
Jumping from the world of fantasy and aspiring ideas, we started with 1.25 tons of rice straw for 320 pounds per ton and 450 pounds per ton from its transportation from a Mansoura.
50 kilograms of spores for 12 pounds per kilogram. And finally, 50 kilograms of snake lime for 3 pounds per kilogram. How we did it? By the end of 3 months, and with a total of 50 square meters, 5 women used these 1.25 tons of rice straw and saved their lives from the enormous, disastrous 400,000 liters cube of carbon and 80,000 meters cube of carbon monoxide that would otherwise have been produced if the strobe is burned.
There was a great change in the lives of the women who participated in this economy, as they were able to produce a net gain of 250 kilos of mushroom and a net gain of 7,500 pounds. Subtracting the cost of transportation and manufacturing, the net profit is prospected to be 5,500 pounds.
After only 3 months, 48 widows will be working on the rest of the 600 meters per place, further producing 3 tons of mushroom with a net profit of 70,000 pounds.
Selectively chosen, this project affected our Earth, culturally, leading to a mindset shift. As people's perspective towards restaurant change from disposable waste food to the earth, to add food that will help them alleviate the country.
Socially, as each widow will be teaching 2 or 3 of her neighbors, and consequently, the total number of women who have participated in this program will be about 1/4.
This also empowered those women and made them able to gain their own living, facing the burdens of their lives independently.
كمان مصطفى عبد المنعم عمران مطلق. سمر محمد مبروك. متزوج. نبوة إبراهيم حسن مراد. طمار.
ملك أحمد عباس أحمد أنسة.
ايه اخر شغلك اشتغلت عليه؟
أنا طالعة من كلية فات.
أنا طالعة من ثالثة ابتدائي.
مش متعلمة.
خارجة من أولى جامعة، كنت أكمل أسلوب دين وجامعة الأزهر.
ايه الوظيفه حضرتك؟
عايشة يوم
300 جنيه.
باخد 300 وادفع 200 جنيه إيجار. باخد 300 جنيه في الشهر.
دخلت المشروع ليه؟
دخلت عشان عايزة أعرف الإنتاج بتاعه إزاي.
وأعرف إزاي معاش فلوس يتحول لعيش مرة.
حضرتك استفدتي من المشروع ازاي؟
عرفت منه بيتعمل إيه وأنا أقدر أعمله لوحدي إن شاء الله.
اتعلمته وبعد كده أعمله لوحدي.
انت والحاضر اللي تعطى المشروع وبدات شغل ولقيت صعب ولا؟
بصراحة أنا ما كنتش متفائلة بالموضوع من الأول، وبعدين لما لقيت الشباب شغالين واشتغلت معاهم ابتديت المشروع زي الفل ومتفائلة خير إن شاء الله.
الصراحة ما كنتش متوقعة إن معاش فلوس ده ممكن يتعمل منه حاجة. فوجئت إن هو يتعمل منه مشروع.
And environmentally, by saving our Earth from the disastrous 5 million liters of carbon dioxide and 1 million liters of carbon monoxide through the reusage of the 15 tons of rice straw. Another plus, growing mushroom doesn't need any specific agricultural land. Instead, you can grow it at any empty human store. Moreover, this project is proved to be sustainable, as there's no waste produced. Instead, the remaining rice straw is reused in further planting processes. Also, it's fortunate that the rice straw is a naturally available byproduct from the rice planting cycle.
What is perhaps less fortunate is that we have taken the unprivileged and the impoverished in our community as staples, an immutable part of the status quo. But now we know what difference can be made to the lives of those people. Now we know that governments, institutes, collectives and individuals can work together to alleviate the suffering of the less fortunate and thereby alleviate the suffering of us all. For now the words of John Donne resonate more than ever. No man is an island, entire of itself. Every man is a piece of the continent, part of the main. Thank you.